about the guest we got right now. Two-time All-American linebacker, the Nurek Award winner, a college football Hall of Famer, the second overall pick back in the 2000 NFL Draft, three-time Pro Bowler, LeVar Arrington, plus an offensive lineman who was the 96 Big Ten Offensive Player of the Year, two-time Lombardi winner, #1 overall pick in '97. He is a pro. He is a college football Hall of Famer. He is big. He is bad. He is Orlando Pace.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
So good. LeVar's got the towel. He's ready. You are ready to play today. So you're ready. The question is Penn State ready to kind of take that proverbial next step? They've been that third best team in the Big Ten for a while. Do you have a feeling this is the year they're able to jump Michigan, jump Ohio State?
It's a special group. It's a special group, and I'm gonna remain very, very positively and confidently low-key about it because I feel really good about this group of guys.
Good approach.
Yes. Yes.
Hey, no. Orlando, man, you have a son that plays here. You have another son that's committed to come play here. So obviously that Buckeye blood runs deep in the Pace household. What is it like being able to come here, support your alma mater, but also be able to watch your young legacies?
You know what? It's always great to be back here. This is, I say, outside of my family. This is 3 of the best years of my entire life. Being here, being in Columbus, being a Buckeye. So every time I come back, it's a great time.
Look at that sportsmanship right there, huh? Helping them out with the audience.
We family, man.
We go way back. We go way back.
Hey, I'm looking at Orlando for the first time live in person. I'll help him with anything he needs. I'm here for you. I'm not an adversary, my friend.
He realized why he's
100%.
We gonna see if
understand why he's the #1 pick right now, right?
We're going to see if it's all good when we get to the demo, though.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Stick around here.
Absolutely.
We're going to open up this week's edition of Urban's Playbook, and the top 3 scoring defenses in the nation all reside with those unbeaten 3 in the Big Ten East. Penn State, they have shut out 2 of their last 3 opponents, and they do it, Coach, with elite hand-to-hand combat.
This might be our best playbook. You know why? These are 3, I'm including the Heisman here, 3 of the best college football players of all time. So good to have you guys here.
Thank you. Thanks for having
So
us.
let's focus on Penn State defense. Their schedule has been not hard, but I'll tell you what, I can see a well-coached defense. They're a very well-coached defense. To play the game of defense, you have to have 2 skills. Number 1 is obviously you have to tackle. Right. They're a great tackling team. However, after 5-6 plays of watching this week, they also are great at the number 2 skill, and that's to disengage, to get off a blocker. The defense's job is to get off the tackle, to get off and make a play. So when you talk about getting off a block, the number 1 thing is most important, Mark, is leverage. You got to have your hairline below his chin. The low man always wins. The second one is going to be the pressure off of them. You got to disengage. How do you get off of a block? There's 2 ways. One is going to be a snag, and one's going to be the arm under. Let's take a look at the videotape here. It's excellent videotape. You can see the violent hands. The first one's Chop Robinson. Watch his hand placement. He takes a center, walks him back into the backfield. That's a party at the quarterback. Watch number 20, Isaac, at the backside here. He ripped underneath as hard as he can. That's a violent hands. The quarterback has no chance. The next video, watch the top of your screen. This is run play against Iowa. It has no chance. The tight end loses a block. Linebacker beats him to it. And then finally, you're going to love this from LeVar. Watch the effort. Arm under. Watch the violent hand. Cause the fumble. Violent hands. He does an excellent job. I'm going to tell you this. You're one of the greatest players at Penn State. How does that make you feel when you see that kind of coaching and that kind of effort?
Well, that's what we've built our reputation on, is being technicians, being fundamentally sound. In fact, Ohio State benefits from that. It's from the Larry Johnson coaching tree. Obviously, Deion Barnes is the D-line coach now for Penn State, which is a player for Larry Johnson when he was there. So Manny Diaz has done an excellent job of making sure they keep the small details as the main details. And I'm certainly proud to see how they're playing. But you're absolutely right. Being able to take on blockers, being able to disengage, and being able to use your hands, because you're not going to overpower an Orlando Pace. The only chance you'd ever have of going against guys who are so much larger than you are and so athletic and skilled is being able to try to match the techniques with his technique. So it's just like dancing, right? It's like ballroom dancing. If he knows what he's doing and the defense knows what they're doing, then you're going to see some pretty cool stuff taking place on the field.
And then let's ask with great pride, I say the greatest offensive lineman, I don't think anyone would argue that in not only college, but football history. How do you defeat violent hands like that?
You know what? When you look at that tape that you pulled up there, Coach, you know, those guys weren't moving their feet. First, you got to get yourself in position. When that guy makes that counter move, those guys, they weren't moving their feet as quite as well. I think Ohio State has an opportunity to do so. And then on double teams, I think those guys got to be really violent and punish those defensive guys when they get a chance to. If a free guy's there, let's go lay a hit on them. That'll at least slow those guys down during the course of the game.
Hey, let's do the demo here real fast. Once again, the best of all time. Stand up here. You're going to be over here, LeVar. Right here, Orlando.
Yep.
So I want to really show again, when you talk about violent hands, you're talking about hairline below chin. You have to have leverage. Leverage always wins. Hand placement, they got to be inside, and then it's the actual disengage. There's two techniques. One's a stag, low and away, high to low, and then the second one is going to be violent hands and then arm under. Yeah. So, Rob, come up here. Early in the year, this is the kind of some of the personnel you got to face.
Hold on, hand-to-hand combat, number one. I'm in big trouble. I'm in big trouble right now.
This was early in the year.
All right.
You're gone now.
No. I don't even get a shot. I didn't even get a shot at this big guy. Come on, what are you doing?
Come out of there. Now it's big boy time. Now you got to block one of the best in college football history. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab my Heisman, jump back here with me. This will be the difference in the game. This is Chop Robinson. This is our right tackle. Right here, if you need help, Orlando, I'm going to give you help. We call it a chip. So remember, he's got a bad wheel. Be careful.
We good.
So on the snap, you're going to chip. What's a chip mean? I'm going to help that tackle, set the block for him, and release in your pass.
Yes, sir.
Give me that ball. Let's get a chip here. All right, let's see what we got. Be careful. LeVar's got a bad wheel here.
Don't hurt me, man.
But two of the greatest to ever do it. All right, here we go. Set and go. Give me a chip. All right, give me a chip. Oh, you took it easy on him.
I sure hope so. Here's what you guys got to understand, right? On a situation like that, this is what they're going to have to do on Penn State's side. You're not going to overpower Orlando Pace, so you can't just go down the center of him unless you're taking him up to free up a linebacker or another guy, right? So he's got to cut Orlando in half and operate on this side. Now this is where your hands come into play, right? I'm attacking here because I'm not going to win here. His arms are too long, so I'm not getting my hands on him. So I have to attack what I have, right? So I'm coming here. Now,
there's that chip right there.
And so if I could take these two, I'm hoping 1, 2 means that somebody else is going to be free to make that play.
Difference in the game, can Ohio State negate their front seven, especially the defensive line of Penn State?
By the way, Orlando can take 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't matter. LeVar, Orlando, guys, thank you so much. Enjoy the game. Thanks for joining us up here.